Hey, welcome back to JB Breaks Free. I hope you're having a great day, a blessed day, and getting 1% better than yesterday, and breaking free from whatever's holding you back on your journey of living the life that you want to live and living a life that you do not need to escape from, and just eliminating those crutches that we lean on and those vices that we lean on that keeps us from being our best self. And every day I'm on my journey to become my best self. It's a work in progress. It's a new game every day. It's a clean slate every day. And so happy that you're on the ride with me. And I'm so happy to be on the ride with you. I love the comments. Like, share, subscribe. Let me know how you're doing. And I just love to hear from you. Today I want to talk a little bit about one of Jan from NYC's latest topics about class clown that certainly hit home with me. The second is I want to talk about 5 ways to detox your mind. That's a big thing on the break-free journey. And then something I need to get into and something that I'm interested in is Paleo and Primal diets. I've detailed on this channel that I have high cholesterol at the moment. One of the things, the biggest thing I think right now holding me back from living the life that I want to live is diet and regular exercise and just eating the right thing and putting that on autopilot, kind of like I do with savings and flexing that muscle every day, just like I try to do mentally. I want to make sure that I'm in shape physically also. But I'll talk about Instacart as I usually do. First off, I made $47 today. I did 4 orders, and I was thinking about Sam and a few other people who said it was, make it look easy today. Good thing I didn't film it today. It was not so easy. It was my first day back doing it since Friday, since I went to Lake George over the weekend with the family to celebrate our 11th anniversary, and that was beautiful. So I get out there today. I first walk right into the deli at Tops, and the deli people there, they're not very happy. And I ask for, what do you want? Okay, I want some ham off the bone. Okay, shuffles all around, gets it, throwing stuff around in the cooler. Okay. I don't know if she hates me. Does she hate her life? I don't know. I'm just standing there. Shaves. How do you want to cut? Just regular. Gives it to me. It's the wrong ham. And I try to scan it in my app and it won't scan. I go, this is not what I asked for. She goes, oh, we don't have that. Okay, here's your ham back. After I waited like 6 minutes of her just going crazy and stuff, I'm like, oh, okay, so that's that order. I finish it up, do what I got to do. Then I get a double order for Wegmans and Aldi's, and it's only 2 items at Wegmans. I'm like, yeah. It was bologna and 12X Rockstar sugar-free energy drinks, and it said C-Store Associate by it, so I knew it probably wasn't going to be in stock. And I looked all over in the front coolers, all over in the energy section, no. So I'm like, geez, this is going to be a big part of the order. I messaged this person over and over, do you have anything backup? They don't have this. No response. Okay, refund. I check out with just bologna. He finally texts me back and goes, sorry, I didn't miss your messages. He was cool, thankfully. Then I go to Aldi's, and I love Aldi's. It's a small store. Things are right there. The grocery part's fine, but they have this thing called Aldi's Finds, where it's 2 aisles of just like candles and blankets and books and weird stuff. And I'm looking, I go up and down, and I just can't find like 4 or 5 items. And I'm just like, oh, man. And I finally talked to this one worker, and she's like, no, we don't have that. Okay. And I was so flustered. I go through the line with the 8 items that I had, and I forgot to even get a paper bag for the order. I'm like, oh, geez. So now I don't even have a paper bag for this order. And I somehow lost the receipt. And I'm just like, oh, this is not working out for me today. But somehow I still got paid for it. I did okay and finished up one more order that went a little bit more smooth. And so I got $47 for the week, for the day. With Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, hopefully I can make $50, or no, Saturday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, hopefully I can make 50 each and get close to 200 for the week. I just listened to Jan from NYC's amazing video on the class clown. Where are they now? How do you show up for life? And I'm like, oh boy. I'm like, I am guilty as charged as being the class clown of 98, Auburn High School. I didn't take it seriously at the time, and I pay for that daily, and I feel bad for the people who are, I hear from my wife, who are in the same boat as high school students now and just checked out, and they're going to face the consequences later on in life. And, I wasn't a bad kid, but I love to make my friends laugh, and in extension, the the outside groups and stuff. I like to make people laugh. I like to make the comments in class, which I'm sure, the teachers just kind of dreaded. But I was not a bad kid, but I just did not take it seriously. But at the same time of being that class clown in 98, I transitioned to more, I was a philosophical thinker. My friends would come to me for advice, relationships, life. I developed into a songwriter as a hobby, and, songwriters got to think about things and, not necessarily funny. It's more of a serious, but I did start out writing funny songs, oddly enough, but that developed into a more serious person. And the video talks about how do you show up for life. And now I show up and show up my life daily because I felt like I lucked out in getting my server position. I make good money and whatever. I enjoy doing it. It has its pros and cons, but I also felt stuck there. And that is kind of what has led me to break free from being stuck, to break free from living a life that I don't need to escape from, to break free from whatever's holding me back on that journey to get to my freedom. So I do wish I took it more serious. To wrap up that, I did end up getting A's in college. I got a 4-year degree from Oswego in political science, and I became a waiter. But I am proud. I do know that I'm smart. I was smart enough to get A's. I wish I could have applied myself because college was like 3 chapters, 4 chapters at a time. High school was like a chapter. And what was I thinking? I wish I could go back and talk to that kid now, but the path led me here to this day, and I'm grateful for that because who knows how things would have turned out, if I chose to be a little bit more serious. So I got very lucky, and I'm very well aware of that. And the second topic I want to talk about today is 5 ways to detox your mind. And the mental aspect of this game of breaking free is huge. And without it, you're not going to be free. And so let's detox. How are we going to get rid of some of the stuff in our mind that perhaps we don't need on our journey? And the first is going to be to unfollow people who do not empower you, people who do not inform you, people who do not inspire you. Get rid of it. It could be the news. It could be people on your Facebook friend feed, your social media. Really tailor that down to what is going to inform, empower, and inspire you. That's what I did. It was kind of hard. I went through a real minimalist phase, and I cut out following everyone who basically wasn't deep, close friends or family. And it felt weird at the time, but I don't miss any of that. And instead, what I follow is inspiring messages, or I follow things about finance, or I follow things about health. And I do follow my friends and family, but, unfollow what you don't need. Number 2 of 5 ways to detox your mind is to ask yourself some hard questions. Are there relationships in your life that are dead that you are holding on to? There's a Bob Dylan line that comes to mind in It's All Over Now, Baby Blue, one of my favorite artists and songs, when he says, "Forget the dead you left, they will not follow you." And, sometimes we do hold on to dead relationships, and sometimes people let go of you, and sometimes you let go of people. And hopefully it's for the best, whatever way that you do. And what can you improve upon by removing certain things from your life? I know I can improve by I remove the news. I need to remove sweets. I need to remove, high cholesterol type foods. I need to remove certain desires, because if you can curb your desires, then you'll have what you want and you'll be happy with what you have. Number 3 is to practice meditation. This is something I want to practice more on a consistent daily basis, and that's something that I also might want to film and maybe do some guided meditations and as some accountability for myself. And I know that it will bring some huge benefits physically, emotionally, spiritually, intellectually, and not even to necessarily eliminate the thoughts. I think that's what frustrates people who first start meditating, but to just be aware of those thoughts and to focus on the present. And when you notice the monkey mind going, come back to your breath. And there's many different ways to meditate, and I feel like I want to explore all of those ways and see what works out best for me. I used to think about 20 minutes meditation or 10 minutes. But I think 5, even if you just start with 1 and work your way up to 5, that's something I want to do on this channel. And if it's for you, that's fine. And if not, move on to the next. Number 4 is focus on the big picture. Sometimes we can get caught up on the daily minutia of our daily tasks, but think about your vision for life. Think about your long-term goals. And, think about what we do here as we break free, and that's what we're doing. And kind of let go of some of the daily stressors and things that are not getting you close to your goals. Maybe there's something you want to buy now in the present, or giving into instant gratification. Think about the big picture. And number 5, we've talked about a lot, acceptance. Accepting what we cannot control and having the courage and wisdom to know the difference. And as the Stoics would put it, there's 2 buckets, what we can control and what we can't control. Acceptance is peace. You don't have to tolerate it. You don't have to stand for it, but you do have to accept it and then make your move. There's uncertainty. There's imperfection. There's uncontrollables. Accept those things. If I focused on perfection, there'd be no JB Breaks Free, and there'd be no journey at all. I know I'll have screw-ups in my diet. I know I'll have screw-ups financially. Mentally you could be upset. Physically, things are going to happen. And also externals, just accept those things. You can at least control the internals, but the externals, just accept it and move on. And then I've been thinking a lot about which diet do I want to do. And there's something called the Walls Protocol, which I'll talk a little bit about. You can Google. It's this Dr. Terry Walls. And she has a diet for healing yourself with autoimmune diseases and nerve diseases. And I do have chronic pain. I have neuropathy in my feet. Everything hurts. And a lot of it probably hurts because of the junk that I'm eating. And I hear stories of you think it's okay because it's normal. That's how you normally live. I'm 42. I'm going to have pain in my knees for some reason. I'm going to have neck pain because I'm a waiter, right? I have pain in my feet for no reason. Back pain, but there's nothing really wrong. There's no surgery that can fix my back, according to many doctors. So it must be something, and that something probably could be what I'm eating and what I'm putting into my body. And without health, none of this matters, and health is wealth. And I want to be able to play with my kids and my grandkids and do things. And that's the 2 biggest parts of life, are being able to actively enjoy it, to be able to move, and to be able to cognitively enjoy it, to be able to think about the world and notice and remember. And I want to shore that up. And I've been thinking about the Paleo diet versus the Primal diet. Both diets center on focusing on our ancestral roots without processed foods and eliminating grains. That's something I want to do. I want to try it. And these diets, they can just be a ride. They can be a 30-day ride. They can be a 60-day ride, a 6-month ride. They can be a lifestyle. I think eventually it has to turn into a lifestyle, perhaps with a cheat day, please. We shall see. Paleo restricts dairy more than Primal. Primal allows some dairy. There's some similarities that I wrote down. Lots of protein, lots of veggies, avoid grains, eliminate gluten. I've been tested for gluten sensitivity, but I still, and negative of course, but I still want to eliminate it and see what happens. No corn, avoid high fructose corn syrup. Avoid sugar, no processed food, the occasional wine or beer, and exercise regularly. And I need to do all those, point blank. I need to do them all. I want to think about fasting more. Fasting as a sense of discipline, as a sense of diet. I've heard a lot of great things about fasting. Can kill off bad cells, can kill cancer, can heal your cells while you fast. I think there's a lot of benefits from it. I want to go on this journey of healing myself with food and breaking free from the pain and breaking free from the sweets and breaking free from the high cholesterol and putting myself in peak physical position so I can be on my mental and financial and spiritual and all the journeys that I want to do all into one. It's got to start with that key foundation of health. And I'm going to document that journey also, learn how to cook and prepare and eat some Primal and Paleo diet foods. I want to exercise more and film that also, and we can go on this journey together because, I'm sure everyone's doesn't have the perfect diet at the moment. But I hope you guys are doing well. I love talking to you. Let me know how you're doing. Break free, and I'll see you on the next video.